What is up, YouTube? It's everybody back to me on today. We're gonna be doing the math for each of the Showdown, Arena, and Season Masters to tell you guys how much it takes to get them, as far as stamina and the amount of time it'll take to get them. Mostly the amount of time, particularly stamina for this season, but also because obviously it takes a lot, which we'll get into that once we go into the season one. But yeah, if you guys don't really want to hear me talk about this and you guys just want to look at the math in total, then there will be a Google Doc link description that you guys can view to see each one. But yeah, besides that, let's go ahead, get right into the video. We'll go ahead and start off with the Arena Master, Dennis Rodman. All right, so starting off with the arena, basically how you get your tokens in the arena is that each day there's going to be a leaderboard. There's going to be an objective that they want you to do. So basically, for top 100 to top 51, then you're going to get one token per day for top 50 till top what's saying? I think it's like 30. Top 50, no, it's not 30. It's like top 50 to top 20. You're going to go top 50 to top 21. You're going to get 2 per day. Top 20 to top 6, you're going to get 3 per day, and then top 5 and up, you're going to get 4 tokens per day. Obviously, along with these packs, but not really worry about those packs. Basically, you get that stuff by just playing the core arena and then doing the objective that they tell you. If you are going purely for the tokens, and it's probably a good idea to maybe like lose at least one, or try to win one and then try to lose one and then try to win the last one. It doesn't really matter what you do for the last game, honestly. It's just trying to get the objective done. If you're not really worried about the win and everything like that, because it doesn't really matter whether or not you get the win, because after a 5 arena thing that you have, if you go through, like, obviously like 2 per, and then if you go after you go through 2, then it'll just reset, and then it'll reset 5 times, and then it'll reset 4 times after you play the first one, and then it'll cost 50 cash to get play another one per. Well, from what I've seen, it's per, but I haven't done it yet, so it might go up after that. But as far as if you are going to go for this master, basically we'll go over how, if you're averaging 2, 3, and the 4 per day, and then obviously if you're averaging 1 per day, and they'll just take you the amount of tokens to get the Dennis Rodman that shows up for you. So if, let's say, you're going for this 76 overall Dennis Rodman, it's going to take you 5 days in total to get these 5 PvP tokens. But yeah, starting off with the first one, it's going to take you 3 days if you average 2. It's going to take you 2 days if you average 3. It's going to take you 2 days as well if you average 4. For the 79 overall one, which is already all the way over here since we have not completed this one yet, it's going to take you 9 days if you average 2. It's going to take you 6 days if you average 3. And it's going to take you 5 days if you average 4. For the A2 overall one, it's going to take you 22 days if you average 2. It's going to take you 15 days if you average 3. It's going to take you 11 days if you average 4. For the 84 overall one, it's going to take you 39 days if you average 2. It's going to take you 26 days if you average 3. It's going to take you 20 days if you average 4. For the 86 overall, it's going to take you 74 days if you average 2. 50 days if you average 3, and 37 days if you average 4. For the 87 overall, it's going to take you 129 days if you average 2. It's going to take you 86 days if you average 3. It's going to take you 65 days if you average 4. And then for the 88 overall, basically for the whole Dennis Rodman thing, I guess you could tell where everything is from here. It's going to take you 204 days if you average 2. It's going to take you 136 days if you average 3. It's going to take you 102 days if you average 4. So this is actually the second easiest one to get. And also, it doesn't really cost any stamina, so you're not really losing anything as far as grinding other things out in the game. But yeah, let's go ahead, move on to the next thing, which is seasons. So yeah, let's go ahead, go over the seasons. So yeah. All right, so as we were saying, seasons is the hardest one to complete. For the main reason is because you're only using your stamina on season, and seasons cost a lot of stamina per quarter. As you see, if we go over to the first game, it's going to cost you 200 stamina per quarter to complete this whole season. And for a whole season, it's going to be 3.6k total worth of stamina, and that is basically 2.5 days worth of stamina, which is a lot. And obviously, if you're grinding seasons, then you can't really grind out the other campaigns how you want to. So yeah, season is very difficult to complete. They were talking about that they might reduce the stamina for seasons, but as of right now, this is the calculations for it if you are going for this 88 overall Bill Russell. Basically, for the first one, obviously going to take you 3.6k total worth of stamina, and then it's going to take you 2.5 days to get that. For the 79 overall one, it's going to take you 10.8k worth of stamina, and that's basically 70.5 days total. For the 82 overall one, it's going to take you 12.5 days worth of stamina. For the 84, it's going to take you 25 days worth of stamina. For the 86, it's going to take you 37.5 days worth of stamina. For the 87, it is going to take you 50 days worth of stamina. And then for the 88, it's going to take you 62.5 days worth of stamina. So that's a total of 197.5 days, and that's just contributing your stamina 100% this season. So obviously, that's going to be extremely difficult if you are, as I said, grinding the other campaigns. So seasons, as of right now, is the hardest one to complete, or it seems like it's like the least worth it to complete, because as we saw, if you guys watched the arena part, then for the arena masters, it doesn't really take you any stamina at all, and they're actually like, obviously for season they're also giving you stamina, but they're taking away more than they're actually giving you, because if you like neglect the arena stuff, then you go ahead, watch your ads, and you get more stamina. And then for the Bill Russell, it's going to take you a lot more stamina, and it's going to have to contribute, like, it's just contributing like 100% of your set the stamina. For PvP, you could just play like a couple of times per day, or as many times as you want, and not really lose anything from it besides some cash if you are going for like 4 tokens on average. But yeah, that is what it takes for the season master. So basically, that is the scene. We're going to go ahead and go over to Showdown. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so for Showdown, basically you get your tokens by completing player divisions. Well, that's the first way you get them, by completing player divisions. So each player division that you complete, you'll be able to get 1 token per, because there are a total of 13 player divisions. So if you go ahead, look at the leaderboard here, obviously there's 3 rookies, there's 3 pros, 3 all-stars, 3 superstars, and there's 1 NBA legend, which you're going to be able to get. The other way that you get them is by finishing off in either all-star, superstar, or NBA legend. So if you finish in NBA and all-star, you'll be able to get 5 Showdown tokens. If you finish in superstar, you'll be able to get 10. And if you finish in NBA legend, you'll be able to get 15 tokens from here. And then as far as leaderboard goes, you have to reach NBA legend if you want to qualify for the leaderboard. So if you reach top 5,000 or top 1,000, you'll be able to get 15. If you reach top 100 or top 50, you'll be able to get 20. And if you reach top 10, you'll be able to get 25. Basically, for what I did here, we just went off of you just have to reach top 5,000 or top 1,000, and you have to get to NBA Legends. So that's basically going to be 43 tokens per season, because you get 13 from the player divisions, and you get 30 from the 15, and then you get the 15 right here from NBA Legend and the tier rewards. So basically, that's how I did it. If you get more, then you'll be able to complete this a little bit faster. But we're gonna go ahead over the stats. So basically, for the first one, you need, for the same things overall, you're gonna need 5 tokens. So you're gonna be able to get up to, all you need to do is get up to Pro 2, and you'll have your 5 tokens. You'll be able to get the same 6 overall Scottie Pippen. And then if you go over here to modes, so basically for the 79 overall, what you need is you're gonna be able to get 8 more, because there are 8 more left in that tier that you're in right now. And then at the end of the season, you're gonna have 38 at the end. So you'll have 23 tokens to move on over to the 82 overall Scottie Pippen, and then you'll have 23 here. And then if you're wondering why I have 5 extras, because I completed the what's the name, the Rising Star, because you'll be able to get 5 from doing that. So that's basically how I have 5 extra. But yeah, at the end of the season, you'll be able to get 13 from the player division tiers, and so you'll be at 36. And then at the end of the legend and top 1,000, you'll be able to get 66 out of 50, which is the end of the second set. But at that point, 2 weeks have now passed, which is what we're on right now. And then for the 84 overall Scottie Pippen, basically you'll have 16 tokens because you did have 66 out of 50. So 16 of those are going to transfer over to here. So you'll have 16 out of 75 to start off, and then you'll get 13 from the tiers, and then you'll get 30 more from the end of the season, which will be at 59 out of 75 at the end of the 3rd week for Showdown. And then you'll have to go ahead over to the end of the 4th set, or in the 4th week, to actually be able to complete it. So you'll have 102 out of 75. So obviously 27 tokens are going to transfer over here, so you get 27 out of 150 to start off for this 86 overall Scottie Pippen. And then you'll be able to get 13 with the tier, and then the same thing, 30 more with the end of the season. So you'll have 40 out of the 150 tokens for this 86 overall Scottie Pippen. And then you'll get 30 more from the reaching the top 5K and the NBA legend. So you'll have 70 out of 150, and then you'll have get 13 more obviously from the player division, and then you'll have 30 more from the legend and the top 5,000. So at that point, you'll be at 113 out of 150. You get 13 more with the tier, and you'll get 30 more with the Showdown season. So at that point, you'll have 156 out of 50. So 6 tokens are going to go ahead and carry over. At that point, when you're at that, once you complete this, you'll be at 7 weeks already. So for the 87 overall, at this point we're just going to go ahead, go by, just you're going to get 43 per season. So this could go by a lot faster. But for 87 overall, you're going to come in with 6 tokens, and then it's basically going to take you 8, 9, 10th, and the 11th week. And then you'll have this 87 overall Scottie Pippen, which is going to take you 4 weeks in total. So you'll be at 221 out of 200 at the end of it. So for the 88 overall, you'll have already 21 tokens sitting here. So you have 21 out of 250 already, and then you'll basically just need like a couple weeks. So you'll have the 13th week, the 14th week, the 15th week, the 16th week, the 17th week, and at the end of the 18th week, you'll have 279 out of 250 tokens with 29 remaining because they might drop some more. I'm pretty sure they'll drop some more for this Scottie Pippen. So if they add some more, then I guess we'll come back or we'll just decide how much longer that'll take. But yeah, at the end of it, you'll have 279 out of 250 with 29 remaining, and you can do whatever you want with those tokens. So that is a total of 18 weeks to complete this Scottie Pippen. Depending on how many games you take, it just depends on the stamina. So from what I did, it took me about 50 games to complete it. So that's 1250 stamina per week, and that's 22,500 stamina over the course of 18 weeks, which honestly is not that hard to get. Because you have like a whole week to spend your stamina, and depending on when you do it, it might like depend on the difficulty, because the people that are grinding Showdown play earlier, and then if you like play later on, then it might take you longer to find opponents, but it is going to be a little bit easier depending on how late you play, and that obviously depends on your wins, because overall matters as far as Showdown goes. But yeah, that's basically all it takes to get the 88 overall Scottie Pippen. This Scottie Pippen, I'm pretty sure it takes the longest amount. It takes 18 weeks to get the Scottie Pippen, and then for the arena, it takes you 102 days, and then for actually the arena is a little bit shorter because that takes you 18 days. What's in it? 18 days more for Showdown, and then for obviously for season, it takes the longest amount of time to complete, which is 197 days. So 197.5 days worth of stamina. So that is the hardest one. So if you guys are wondering which one you should grind, honestly, if I were you, I would just grind. For one, I would just play my PvP games every single day, and then you can determine whether or not how hard you want to go for this Dennis Rodman, spending extra cash, doing whatever you want to do. And then for Scottie Pippen, then you just play your stamina throughout the week. Maybe you want to just play at the end of the week all at one time. Just depends on what you want to do. This shouldn't really take that much effort for the Scottie Pippen. And then for the seasons, honestly, I wouldn't play it. It's gonna take you way too long to get it, unless they like change the stamina dramatically, and they also like reduce like the amount of games it takes per season, or we somehow find out that at the end of the season you're gonna be able to get more than one championship ring, like based on like what season you're in. But yeah, that's basically the whole math for the Showdown seasons and the arena ones. Let me know in the comment section if you guys did end up enjoying the video, and if you guys, which ones you guys are gonna be grinding for now that you know this information, or maybe you already grinding for one before, and maybe you stop grinding for now. But yeah, that's basically gonna be the end of the video. If you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and peace.